open up an ISO here.
Fears takes it in. Tip in, doesn't go. Fears is there. Rebound, kick, and Taylor bangs in a triple.
How about that?
High energy, the motor, nice putback.
Small lineup. Hurt Oklahoma that trip.
Huskies lead by 7. Fears, screen more. Switch Caravan.
This is when you're always screaming nice slip and pass.
Look, he extra.
He is so good. Fears.
School in New Jersey.
Yes, they'll go in as well.
Guys, Oklahoma only 6 points they've scored this half.
He's so good with that ball spin.
Count it, and a foul.
Stifling.
Caravan, kick, McNeely. Can't hit the 3.
Excellent defense. He's tough early here.
Fears,
nice five.
the roller. Juan Gay lays it in.
Vision. Boy, is he talented.
Game's one and done. He's in a coaching stance over there with his team up 8-0. Fears, they found Woogie underneath. The interior defense has been solid, but finally they break through. They couldn't control it.
Good game rebound, though, by Oklahoma to form that inside circle.
Fears saw that man cutting on the baseline, and that's 2. Right over Carr. Good shot. Another good box up by Williams. Freya. Away. He ran right into Moore. Here's Fears. It's 1-on-3. And he got it to McGee, who laid it in. Up and in. Ortega away.
But that's all. That's an assist almost by Carr.
Yes.
To level off at the rim and take away a 2.
4-point lead. Northweather left open. That's his shot.
That's right, Porter.
And he dribbles out of it off his foot when Carr saved him. And then Fears ripped it away. Here's Moore. He throws it down. 1-point game. Another turnover. The game day crew and Seth Greenberg coming to town, of course, for College Game Day this weekend. So they can commiserate about what it's like to be living on the bubble.
Seth, he knows it well.
He does know it well. Too well, in fact, he'll tell you.
Well, the inside game of Georgia, Newell, Godfrey, James, Surreal, just multiple bodies they throw at you.
Line drive 3 from the corner, finds the...
Force them to take a contested shot, but do not foul.
Yeah, Newell launches a 3, Molly. Thank you. Another terrific report from Molly, listening in on those huddles. And Newell with Emery on the bench, unable to knock down the 3 ball.
To Molly's report, though, Oklahoma closed out and did not jump at Newell.
Oh, huge 3 for Moore, Jimmy.
Texas, as we thought, would want to try to pound the paint, and that's what they've done.
Lynn Taylor from downtown.
The play might have been Julian Larry, stay there. We're going to swing it around the perimeter a little bit.
Certainly was the look on Rodney Terry's face. 9 minutes remaining. Sooners by 2. Trying to stop an 8-game losing streak against Texas. And here comes... Fears to Goodine. That's a 3. And the OU.
The transfer from Duke has really been tremendous, obviously, on the floor. But it was cool to talk to Coach Gates today and him talking about Mitchell coming in, been humble from day one. Obviously understands his strengths, but also understands and appreciates what his teammates can do, and it's really fit nicely. These guys play like a team that's been together for more than just a season.
The Oklahoma lineup, Jalen Moore's been battling some knee tendonitis.
Impressive, as you see Caleb Grill there, is he didn't lose them at any time. You're playing in this tough league, you're in games, you're without multiple key personnel. But I think his positivity, his vision of the big picture, and they're being rewarded this year. They've been absolutely unbelievable, and it's a great.
Barrett got a little rub out high. In traffic. Tough shot. Maybe not the one the Tigers want. Peyton Forsythe. A lot more playing time, a lot more production for the Dale, Oklahoma product recently. Fears whips it beneath, and Taylor has an easy one. This is man full court right now for Missouri.
I'm telling you, I mean, whenever they decide or pick it up here, I mean, 2 or 3 stops in a row will absolutely change the momentum and change this game.
Northweather, 1 to shoot. As Moore breaks the pressure. Godine. It stays here with the Sooners, though. Spears helps him get a reset. Jalen Moore open under the bucket. Punches one home.
As the best conference in the history of college basketball. But he said March will really tell what this conference is all about. And he said right now there's about 4 teams at the top who are the true contenders. He feels like Ole Miss is in that next group. 3 ball knocked down.
Field can play at his own pace. He's crafty around the basket. He can make good moves in the high post. And there he is taking his time and get another one to drop.
Ole Miss with 10 points in the paint now. Fears unable to get by his man, but the nice assist now from 3. They're 5 of 11. Fears double team, gives it up. Miles steps into one. Nothing but nylon.
The ball in big moments, and he can be very dangerous. He's been neutralized so far, but look for him to be assertive in the second half.
He took the first shot of the game for Oklahoma, and that was his only field goal attempt in the first half. Jeremiah Fears gets by the first line of D, goes to the ground. Good pass, finding Godwin, throws it down.
No, he's been crashing the O-boards all night, been physical, using his body, using his angles. And this is a situation when you're able to get the benefit of the whistle not being blown. And that's what happens when you play with a tough level of toughness.
Fears off the bounce, finds the cutting Godwin, who lays it in for 2.
Oklahoma seems out of sorts, not understanding the offense.
Fears. He'll find Forsythe in the corner, knocks down the
level of confidence.
Tia had it stripped away. Here's a steal. Oklahoma with numbers. Godine lays it in.
Lineup since February 8th. They have played important roles so far this evening.
The luxury for Kentucky is in the injuries.
Godine pulls the 3. Game.
The injury bug has continued to bite Kentucky.
Williams, no. Fears on the move. Moore. Great look from Jeremiah.
Butler on the bench, but he did a really good job of understanding how to use his brain in positions tonight to not put that shoulder in jeopardy of injury.
A very fine line to walk. He absorbed that contact moments ago. Pop right up. Here's a 3, and it's Kobe L. Fears again. The lob. Godwin. The finish.
Beautiful screen roll.
In the stripes, and Oklahoma controls the opening tip. Jeremiah Fears, the point guard, the freshman from Joliet, Illinois. Oklahoma in the home white. Fears gets it into the lane, dumps it off to Godwin, who is fouled and has a chance right out of no. An offensive rebound, kick out. Moore 3, no.
Another chance for OU. Jeremiah Fears in traffic. He finds Kobe Elvis. Elvis with the three.
Kugel in the starting lineup, but he's really been a spark for them the last 2 games off the bench.
Hubbard guarding Fears. Fears into the corner. Elvis catch, shoot, make. That's 2 from
Melendez did.
Little pressure this time for Mississippi State. 2-2-1.
I like this. They're trying to get him out of rhythm a little bit, get him off schedule as far as the shot clock goes.
Shot clock already at 10. Jeremiah Fears on the drive, slams on the brakes, dumps it off, and Godwin there for the two-handed jam. Hot with the jam.
What a weapon Cam Matthews is. It's 6'7", 250 to bring the ball up and get it into the paint and then make the play before the play.
Probably has played more point guard than anybody else on this Mississippi State roster. Jalen Moore, 3, good.
Richard, I don't know.
State.
Not bad.
And then Chris Jans at 72.3%.
Guy can coach.
The lob, Godwin with the finish inside. On the offensive end. Fears working against Kugel into the corner. Jalen Moore, 3, good. That's his second trip to the corner. Moore, he's feeling it. Moore short this time. Josh Hubbard with the rebound, but he has it taken away by McGee. Now Fears, no look, inside. And a slam for Bryson Goodine. Jalen Moore, 13 points in the second half. Fears feeds it inside to Godwin. Off the window with the left hand. Could grab the offensive rebound. Forsythe saves that one in the corner. Fears looking inside. McGee, ball fake. Goes up and jams it home.
Well, Fears just dances with that ball, doesn't he? You can see what NBA scouts see in that kid.
There's a long three now.
Kenny Smith.
Oh, he's just tied his career high. 18 now.
We're cooking, man.
Pocket pass to Wagee. Puts it in. Mo Wagee.
This play wasn't the half a dozen threes. It was a backdoor cut layup late in the game. Godwin. Well, this is a three-point play.
Early, and they have just controlled the game completely since then. 37-16 over the last 14 minutes or so, despite 7 first-half turnovers, and that was an issue against Missouri on Wednesday.
I think there's this thought like, oh, well, we made shots and we were good. It's like, yeah, but what shots did you get? When you score a lot of points, what shots do you get? And how did you get those shots? Did you create rhythm into the shot? Good cut.
Goodine gets it from Fears.
Into was how much depth does Auburn have?
Yeah.
Well, Chaney Johnson stepped up big in that start and showed just how deep this team is. Northweather open from 3, and he makes them pay.
One of the things you're going to have to concern yourself with is 40 minutes, those segments, because Auburn tends to wear you down. As the game goes on, they get stronger. They don't get tired. They don't get weaker. That's what Oklahoma's currently seeing right now.
Here's Goodine letting it fly, and he is the sharp. Made himself into a real high-level combo guard. That's what Bruce Pearl has talked about. He can play multiple of the guard positions. Fears. Locked down by Chris Moore there. And the 3 rattles in.
To the bench. Got those 2 fouls. Don't want to risk it right here before halftime. Fears. Northweather, long 3. Not too long for the big fella.
Defending Vanderbilt, and there's a perfect example. They just had a hard time defending Vanderbilt. So I think the coaching staff for the Commodores have to feel really good. Now they've got to do a better job. Oklahoma shooting the ball well. If they don't turn it over, great pass, great pass.
Hogard back to Nickel. 3-pointer off the mark. Fears wastes little time.
Deep.
Goodine for
Deep.
3, got it. He rips the net. It's been a while for McLaughlin. He had 16 in the first half, now 5 here in the second half. Up to 21. Devin's season high is 24. Here's Spears working on Tanner. Oh, the no look to Taylor.
Wade Taylor on the drive, dumps it off the window, bucket for Pharrell Payne.
Yeah, you see the vision there and the hesitation move just to keep the defender off balance. And once Payne gets it right there, nobody's going to stop him.
Into the corner, 3 on the way from the right side.
And it's not like you're talking about guys that are 6'11", 7 feet. You're talking about 6'7", 6'8".
Well, they're strong, though. Good anticipation.
And off to Goodine. Guarded by Obaseki. He gives it to Fears. Shot clock winding down again. It's at 5. Fears on the drive. Guarded by Obaseki. Kicks it off. Goodine. Ball fake. Corner 3. Tough angle. What a shot.
Bryson Goodine, his movement off ball is elite. Brazil misses that one. OU has made 5 of their last 6 threes. Here's Jeremiah throwing it up, and Sam Godwin throwing it down. That was a phenomenal guy, Jeremiah Fears, and a push in the back results in the ball staying with the Sooners. And they capitalize. Jalen Moore lays it in. Great started, and Arkansas being considered. Here's North Weather. That's an air ball. Saved though, and Taylor lays it in.
And that's one of the reasons why they have some of the turnovers that they have.
Here's Fears up top, gets a screen. Now we'll get it to Duke Miles, handoff to Goodine. Godwin with a big screen up top. Try to dump it off to him underneath. He spins with the left hand, and nice touch.
The game.
Colin Murray Boyles in this one, just one shot to this point. Need to get him more involved. Jalen Moore goes flying down the lane.
Boy, he's him because he really is a good shooter. Get him coming off the back and catch and shoot instead of trying to initiate.
That is 10 South Carolina turnovers. 35 in a game and a half.
That's what you're looking for. Again, he makes a tough layup.
Elvis, catch, shoot, got it again. It's the first time South Carolina has led this afternoon. Here's Fears. Jeremiah. Loggy answers back.
Making the right decision with the ball pressure he's getting.
14 turnovers by South Carolina. Northweather fires and got that one to rattle home.
And 1, so we used to count those as 2 misses.
Oh, Loggy. Fears the rebound. That's his 7th.
They need a timeout. South Carolina needs it.
Be there Saturday to see what Tennessee can do. And a nice win, a suffocating win against Georgia at home tonight. Jalen Moore across the midcourt line. 23 seconds to go. Fears with a steal. Off the head of Pope. Who wants it? Moore does.
Is why they're excited about Georgia basketball this season.
Demery's improvement is the reason why Georgia's elevated their game. Not only does he run the team, he also scores and picks how to lead his team.
Jalen Moore.
He sees what they're doing to him, what they're trying to take away, and normally in the second half he makes the adjustments.
Well, here's what he's done so far in 2 conference games.
against Alabama and Texas A&M. Oklahoma here.
I'm looking for a screen and somebody rolling to the basket.
There's the roll to the bucket and a friendly roll.
So quickly, but it certainly is very damaging and very sad.
It is very sad. Our hearts are with everyone in California, and if you can donate, please do to the Red Cross. There's Fears curling off the screen, throws it up, and Wagi throws it down. Has turned himself into one of the premier players in college basketball.
His skill this young in his college career is really surprised a lot of people and put him in a good position in the lottery. I mean, for the NBA draft, excuse me.
Fears downhill, dumps it off, the assist as Wagi.
When coaches are trying to get players in the portal, sometimes it's like a game of speed dating. Well, it's really in rapid form. Nice pass. There's Fears dropping a dime off to the Oklahoma.
That's a good point by you, because this is not the start A&M needed in the second 20.
Yeah, that first stanza.
There's that skip pass again.
And another three-pointer. Lob pass to Godwin. Inside, Godwin! How about...
It's the deceleration. You talk about him able to go downhill but stop on the dime, switch his speeds, and then find a crease for the layup. Phenomenal.
Up top, and Godwin throws it down. Nice.
Two in the conference, has some experience. Off to a hot start, and with a win in SEC play, 12-2 on the season, I would expect them, if you want to pick a sleeper, could be the Rebels.
Okay. They got their win over Georgia as Nelson was down.
Catching that ball in his shooting pocket, ready to shoot it in the corner.
Fears dumps off, up and under. Nice finish for
had made a bunch the last 3 games, but also like we've talked about this whole Oklahoma team. They don't take bad threes. Boom.
What were you saying about Godai? Very methodical on offense, the Panthers so far today. Petway splits a double team. Fears rebounds the air ball. Luke Miles attacking to the rim. Reverse in.
To try to keep Fears in front.
4.6 seconds to get one away. Elvis does, and he hits his second three of the day. 10 threes in the early going. That leaning two-pointer missed. Sooners want to run. Fears and Moore run. Moore backside. Bounces high and bangs it up.
Yeah, and great recognition. You see Central Arkansas, the other 4 offensive players just stay out of the way because they saw the matchup opportunity that they had.
Beautiful feed by Fears and the finish by Sam. Fears tipped that away. Miles runs ahead of the pack and coasts in for 2 more. At a time off his career high as Fegbemi drops his first field goal of the afternoon. Quick transition. Taylor's three is good.
And you go to this lineup on the floor with Sam Walters and Will Cheddar. You get a little bit of a bigger lineup with Golden out there.
Cheddar at 6'8", playing very well coming in. Here's Fears. And again, a corner jumper, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
Last shot, and they go into their dribble drive.
Fears was 8 to get off the shot, but it doesn't matter getting it underneath. Swing into the corner for Gale Jr., but he can't find a range on that one. And Fears is always going to want to push it. He finds Miles, a 3 coming. Got it.
Tangibles, and right now it's about who's the tougher team, who's going to finish off the game, whose execution is going to be better, who has the least amount of game slippage.
Here's Miles from the corner, and it rattles in a 3.
Coming into tonight's game for Dean, and he's off the bench with 5 points. Token pressure, and they're into the front court with Miles. Fears. Down to Godwin, he lays it in. Well, it's good defense there by going straight up. Oklahoma State came in shooting 35% from beyond the arc. OU shooting 37%. No team near that tonight, but
Godwin
game in the second half, but I'm impressed that their body language is good. They're still playing tough on the defensive end. They can just clean up a couple things, including this middle ball screen.
Three from the corner. Northweather just before the
brutal, but it's because of Oklahoma's defense. They've got to try to get the ball from side to side and then try to get it inside.
All right, here we go into half number 2 from Oklahoma City. Fears to Godwin. And Godwin picking up a regular first half against Seton Hall. It started the second half well. Still won that game. That ball's tipped into the backcourt by Keller. So it allows Feathers to go back to get it. Shot clock gets to 6. A catch and shoot 3, Eldis.
That very physical 4-5 type. You saw it right there. In Alcorn State, they're going to get the ball to the elbows. They're going to move a lot of bodies, and they're going to try to drive you.
Sooner lineup has Jeremiah Fears, the reigning SEC Freshman of the Week. Elvis and Miles have been rock solid as transfer guard. Deontay Cornelius. He played against Alcorn State last year at Jackson State and scored 19 points against his now teammates. And that caught the eye of Landon Bussey. Goodine, the 3, and that's good.
You know what he's humming out there.
He shot nearly 47% from three-point range. 47% a season ago. And he's doing it once again this year for Porter Moser Sooners. Here's Forsythe. Got it. Fears up.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's not very many freshmen that get that kind of treatment.
Agreed. Jalen Moore, that is his first feat. Hamilton, tough fall away with Godwin right in his face. Sooners push. Miles. Godwin lost it on the way up. The Sooners will reset it. Fears the lob and more.
They're not going to get anything. Ball movement and touches inside to a guy like Bennett.
Double team out front, thrown off Fears' leg, but he'll pick it up. Save it to Wegee for the punch. Fears climbs through a double team, but got himself under the rim. Rebounds his own miss. And a Jalen Moore 3 is good.
All the way to the cup and the first basket of the game. Luke O'Brien, the transfer from Colorado. Fears will find Duke Miles, and he nails the 3 ball to get the
strategy to draw up some last-second shots that matter.
A 6-point lead for Oklahoma. We played almost 8 minutes here in the second half. Goodine knocks down another one.
Because of his ability to stretch the defense and then shoot threes, they've been switching.
Under 3 minutes to play, Oklahoma up 7. Here's Northweather. That's what he adds to the floor.
Up 17 times against West Virginia.
After the turnover, you looked at one of the officials and said, what happened? Well, what happened was their 3rd consecutive turnover. And Oklahoma can do that to you. They had 12 steals against Providence College the other night. That's going to be a feathery touch by Taylor.
No doubt. It's the bigs right now of Louisville that are doing the damage in terms of off-ball cutting to the rim.
Back and forth we go, tied at 18. Moore straight on. Yes,
he's a real weapon because he's an athlete.
Hepburn kicks. Long one off target. Edwards couldn't convert it. Big rebound by Moore.
He just went and got it, did he not? That three-point shot had no chance of going in. It was an awkward rotation on the ball.
Taylor drives it to the paint. Yes! That's a determined move. As it came to Jalen Moore.
That is amazing. 4 offensive rebounds and nothing to show for it for Louisville.
Under 2 minutes to play in the championship. Jeremiah Fears, the freshman, running the point for the Sooners.
2-man game, empty corner.
He drives it back for Taylor. Taylor on the spin. Got it! That's a big-time shot by Taylor. Love again. Scooping it up. Rebound tip, no. Obi, that last shot by Caleb Love was so good. His dad is sitting beside me right here. Was high-fived by a Sooner fan. That's how good the shot was. Darn good. Moore will finish that one. Has worked for 2 points for Arizona. Basketball has a way of making you hug people you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Taylor got it. Factor from the three-point line. Davis with a miss, and on the other side, torn down by Taylor. On the run, Moore with the catch. Moore off the window and a foul. Waka with the catch. He's coming off a double-double against Davidson. When he seals off the weak side board, he owns it. Weather with a very nice looking. Lewis to the baseline. Couldn't quite get it up and over that iron. Transition now for Fears. Taylor on the attack and blocked from behind. And handle the pressure that the team in black's going to put on. Oklahoma wins the opening tip. The Sooners coming in 4-0. Providence 5-0 for the first time since 2021. And over the top for Jalen Moore. He's the top scorer for OU. And now he put fouls on you because at 6'6", he can drive through traffic just like he did. And you are hearing the Friar faithful making a lot of noise. A lot of them came down. But the slam by on kid that can make guarded shots. They hit 43% from three-point range as a freshman. They're going to try and answer here. Whoa. Way downtown. And a one-point game, Oklahoma. It has been a long time since they had the lead in a game. It feels like a time where Porter would like to get Goodine a good look. The big guy will fire long distance. That'll round. Stolen by Taylor Jr. Again, both Weather with another one. Why not? Got a great. Wow. Here, 11 with that. There's another one. Picked up by Fears again. Elvis. Got it! Long distance shot. That won't drop by Abdur Rahim in transition. Miles will lay it in.
Bethea is able to put it home, and East Texas A&M has a quick 2-0 start.
Yeah, Bethea, great job rim running right there. Should give them a little confidence to start out.
So the Sooners starting five, the first career start for the freshman Jeremiah Fears out of Chicago, Joliet, Illinois. He's in there with the two rocks, Godwin and Jalen Moore, and that's
another lay-in right there. And they certainly are bringing it, giving Oklahoma everything they want up to this point.
Cameron James got that little jump hook off the inbound play, and it's 10-9 Lions. Good feed. Jalen Moore reverses one up and in.
Offensively, minus the turnovers. He does have 4 of those. And then Duke Miles, 14 points, had a big night. But that's going to happen, right? I mean, you're going to have stretches or times that Jalen, you can't expect him to go get 22 every night.
It would be nice for the Sooners, but not going to happen every time. And that guy's played out 6 rebounds and 7 assists for Kobe Elvis. Again, Brendan, impacting things despite not a big scoring night. Fears to the slashing Miles, who ever NCAA tournament appearance. But Brendan, when you develop players and put them on the national stage,
absolutely,
other programs want them. And the high lob and jam from
Oklahoma with that same opportunity.
See if they get a quick one up here. Elvis, boy, they better get a hand up. He may score 40.
The sharpest tool in the shed. I say the same things every game. You defend well and you take care of it. Hold your own on the boards. You're going to be able to play with a team like Oklahoma on the road, and that's what they're doing right now.
Sooners get a 3 by Miles out of the right corner. Off balance there and off the mark for Micah Thomas. Here comes Fears. Beautiful change of direction. Extra pass. Moore lines one up. It's good. 16 tonight. He's got 16. Thomas has 20.
Approaching that under 4, Chad. We talked about Northwestern State being within 2 possessions. Thomas and Patterson's 6 points here recently have helped them stay in it.
Here's Patterson's now guarding Fears. Miles throws into Fears. Taylor's 3 is good. Going to be fun to watch, and he'll be a guy in close contact with his head coach all season long as the learning process goes about.
Without a doubt. He's a freshman. He's going to make there. He's getting his first Sooner assist on the back screen to Jalen Moore. One of those guys had over 2 offensive rebounds a game in Division II at Christian Brothers, and that time the ball found the young freshman. Those are the plays. As a freshman, you have to box out right there.
Shaken free inside. Wegge converts it. Fears.
Physical baseline out of bounds, and the Sooners did a great job, and Wegge looking like a human eraser.
Fears transitioning. Gadine left wide open. He knows how to drill that. Got a foul underneath. I think it may be. It's an injury situation, but we will check on that as Markeith Browning lays one way up over the top and down.
High and soft off that glass gives you a chance.
Oh,
Chad.
it works. It can work. So Gadine battling an ankle injury, and Kobe
going to the glass caused Wildy to foul him, and so he saves a possession right there. That is a team offensive rebound for OU off of activity by Wegge.
Fears had his pocket picked briefly by Ruffin. A 3 is down for Duke Miles. Senior year. 90-58. Already had some interesting results around the SEC tonight. Vanderbilt, Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Mississippi State win. And a 3 ball good from the corner pocket.